attackers from capturing bases and destroying our...
Yo, what's going on guys, Eagle Precursor here. Today I'm bringing you another analysis video. In this video I'm going to be looking at the fastest methods to reach Spartan rank 152, which is the max rank in Halo 5. To achieve this rank you actually need 50 million experience, and I was the 6th person to actually get this rank all the way back in August of last year. So anyone who actually is 152 today, including myself, will tell you that the way we did it was quick coring, which is where you end Warzone games as fast as possible with 12 players. But of course you can't search in Warzone with parties of 12 anymore, so in this video we're going to be talking about the best methods for a solo player or a small team of people to get 152. Firstly, I'm going to look at regular Warzone. I did do some research into the XP gains of Warzone Assault, but the XP per hour was so much lower than I expected, so I haven't included the breakdown in this video. For Warzone, I looked at the average match length and XP gains of the first player on the winning and losing team, as well as the 12th player on both teams, so I could calculate the XP per hour range. For the winning team, the average XP per hour for the first position on the team is 15,000, and the average XP per hour for the 12th position on the winning team is just below 10,000. This gives a range of 8,600 to 14,000 games and 137 to 215 days of playtime that a player would need to achieve rank 152. For the losing team, the average XP per hour for first position on the team is 10,000, and for dead last 12th place on the losing team, the XP per hour is only 6,300. This gives a range of 12,000 to 23,500 games and 207 to 326 days of playtime that a player would need to achieve max rank. Yeah, doesn't that sound like a lot? These calculations don't factor in Warzone XP boosts, however. I'll talk about these after the Firefight section. That's probably why these times sound so much longer. It's because I haven't included any XP boosts. In Warzone it pays to be the top of your team, as this data shows. If you're at the top of the losing team you actually gain more XP than the bottom of the winning team. As well as this, the XP you earn is dependent on the amount of time the game lasts. You don't earn any more XP after the 10-minute mark. Therefore, ending games quickly increases your XP per hour, and the best way to play shorter matches is running in teams of 12, but you can't do that anymore, so running teams are safe. Next up, I'm going to look at Warzone Firefight. For this I only looked at games where the team won all 5 rounds, and looked at the average match length and XP earned for first place on the team and 8th place on the team. This is so I could find the XP per hour range for both Heroic and Legendary Firefight. For Heroic Firefight, I found that the average XP per hour for first place was 23,000 and for 8th place was 16,000. This gives a range of 8,600 to 14,000 games and 90 to 130 days of playtime that a player would need to achieve rank 152. For Legendary Firefight, I found that the average XP per hour for first place was 22,000, but the average XP per hour for 8th place was much lower at 10,000. This is because Legendary games last much longer and this drags down the average. This gives a range of 8,700 to 16,000 games and 93 to 204 days of playtime to reach 152. So from this data I concluded that Heroic Firefight pays out much more than Legendary and is much easier to win as a solo player. Legendary is hard to win solo and not even worth playing unless you score near the top. As with the other Warzone playlists, playing in groups will increase your chances of winning and help you to win games quicker. So far I haven't talked about boosts in Warzone, and you guys may be wondering, like, why would you need to spend 90 days of Firefight playing when you could use an XP jackpot every game or something similar to that. So now we're going to talk about XP boosts, and the reason I haven't talked about them is because the best boost actually is the XP jackpot, and these don't work like conventional boosts. They give you from 2,000 to 11,000 extra XP per game, so you can tell how it would be kind of annoying to have to try and calculate that by every eventuality. So basically, the XP jackpot is found in over 50% of silver packs. Actually, it's really common and it will give you so much more XP after each game. Using these XP jackpots as often as you can will significantly reduce the time and number of games required that I calculated in the previous sections. So now that we've covered all the Warzone playlists, let's move on to the most lucrative playlist in the game for XP, Infection. Now you guys might not believe me at first, but taking the average match length and average XP per game from 10 games where I came first place and second place, I found that the XP per hour for first place is just over 30,000 XP. This means if you win every game for an entire hour, you'll get about an average of 30,000 XP per hour. This means that you'd only need 9,400 matches and 69 days of playtime to reach max rank. If you came second place every game, it's just a little bit less at 27,000 XP per hour, which means you need to play 10,000 games and spend 77 days playing to reach max rank. However, when we add boosts into the equation, this gets a little more interesting. The best boosts for infection are medal count and mission victory. Medal count is rare, mission victory is uncommon. Both these give you an extra 4,450 XP per game. Winning every game of infection and being able to use one of these boosts on every game would take your XP per hour up to 56,000, which means you'd only need to play just over 5,000 games and play for 38 days to get 152 from nothing. Coming second every game and using a medal count every game brings this average down to 51,000 XP per hour, and using that average it would take 41 days and 5,200 games to reach 152. Now that is actually faster than Warzone quick coring. Unfortunately, you won't have enough of these boosts to use one of the best boosts every game, so your real XP per hour average would be in between those two numbers. Now you might be thinking to yourself, I never would have thought that infection would be the best way to rank up, but I'm not that great at it. I rarely come first, I don't know how to survive, I don't get that many nares, I'm not good as a zombie, etc, etc. If that is the case, then you should subscribe to my channel, because I play a ton of infection, have a 71% win ratio, and I have a ton of infection strategy guides and gameplays, with more on the way. So I hope you enjoyed this analysis video guys, and I will see you soon. Grind that 152.